Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today. CNN is bracing for massive changes as they fight for survival, which will probably include huge layoffs, on-air talent shakeup, and more. This comes as Fox News has been dominating the world of cable television news, leaving CNN far behind, and I think it's finally coming back to impact them. We also have another cable TV company shutting down. We'll break down everything that's happening with these stories and a whole lot more in a quick minute. First, though, if you want to, you can find a link to these stories and all the others I'm about to talk about in the show notes and in the first pinned comments. You can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinion. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here and you like what we do, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And we post videos like this every Monday through Friday, plus other breaking news, reviews, tips, tricks, more, and a whole lot more. All right, so with that said, let's dive into it. Now, Puck News has reported that CNN is bracing for mass layoffs and on-air talent shakeup. We've heard this expected, and I think what we're seeing now is now that the political season in the United States is over, CNN is like, okay, the busy season's over, our high profit season is over. It's time to cut costs by laying off some staff. Now, with this, we're looking at massive layoffs impacting the company and salary cuts for others who remain for high-profile anchors. This comes as the network struggles with declining ratings, particularly during its recent political season. A few things with this. They're not alone. Many news organizations, even Fox News, has been hit by a drop. Increasingly, people are getting news from other sources. Hello, YouTube, right where you are right now. We saw this with ESPN, that increasingly a majority of people are getting their news from YouTube for sports, because I don't want to watch an hour-long sports center to maybe get 15 minutes of most, maybe, of the teams I actually care about or the leagues I care about with that and have to sit through things I don't care about. On YouTube, I just get the exact news I want. And they are facing the reality that increasingly that's what's happening. Now, CNN has been putting a paywall up on some of the articles on their website and now trying to drive these changes. Chris Wallace is also leaving CNN. I'm sure he was highly paid, allowing them to cut costs in salary with that. Now, this all comes as Fox News continues to dominate the market. Fox News averaged 4.3 million viewers during prime time compared to MSNBC's 1.5 and CNN's 1.2. Daytime television was even more stark, with Fox averaging 2.6 million viewers compared to MSNBC's 967,000 and CNN's just 720,000. It's a shocking if you really look at how big of a lead Fox News has. Increasingly, we're seeing changes. We have more options. You have Newsmax and all these other companies out there who are offering news free, easy online in different places in different ways. I think CNN is just the first. I suspect we'll see layoffs at others and even at Fox News in order to cut costs. We're about to see a massive ad revenue plunge. I see it. Everybody sees it. You're in political seasons. All those political ads that we hate, I hate, drive up ad revenue for places, especially probably like CNN and Fox News and MSNBC. And now that that's over, they're coming with the reality that that easy year is over. Now we need to tighten our belts to get ready for reduced coverage. So we'll keep a very close eye on this, but in short, I suspect we'll see many other cable networks and many other cable news networks cut staff now to deal with the drop in ad revenue. All right, speaking of cable networks shutting down, how about cable TV company? GCI, a major cable company in Alaska, has announced that it's discontinuing cable TV in 2025. It's encouraging customers to switch over to streaming. This comes as they say customers increasingly choose online video as the preferred way to watch their favorite programming. The company emphasizes that best internet and mobile data experience is what they're going to be focusing on, leaving behind focusing on TV to focus on others. In a statement to the Anchorage Daily News, GCI said, "We have seen a decline in our TV subscribers over the year as more customers choose online video streaming options, and they present a very small percentage of our overall customer base for the ones who continue to use traditional cable TV," summarizing a little bit the end of that statement there from them. We've heard this from many others. I know I just did a story yesterday. You probably saw my video I posted that we've been told to expect about 50 or more cable TV companies to shut down their TV service or go completely out or sell it off to other companies as they struggle with the changing world of television, especially impacting smaller cable TV companies. It's shocking to see that there's over 4,000 cable TV companies in the United States. Many of them are so small they're just in a few very tiny parts of the country. We're seeing these now be bought up, sold, or shut down so they can focus purely on the internet side of it. I suspect we'll see that trend continue. There is a real issue here that major cable companies are struggling to make TV profitable. Small ones, it's a life or death situation. They also have to pay big upfront, regardless if people subscribe to it or not, to get the rights to these channels to air them on their networks. And it's just not making financial sense. Plus, dropping the cable, focusing on internet, allows them to put all their efforts into internet, removing some of the equipment, some of the bandwidth that they have to set aside for TV that can now be used for internet to give a far superior internet experience. We'll see how that plays out, but I've seen this become more and more common, and I think many cable companies in the next 5 years are going to shut down. It's been about 1.2% of them every year. I suspect we'll start seeing 5 or 10% of cable TV companies shut down in a single year, maybe as soon as in just a few years. I think that we're going to see this ramp up of companies shut down just kind of slowly trickle up, become faster and faster. As even if you live in rural America, which a lot of these companies do, now you have internet options which you previously did not have, including Starlink, fiber, 5G, and others, bringing true competition to, well, let's be honest, many of these companies, that was the only option. When I lived in Fort Leonard, Missouri, I didn't have options. They offered 20 down in the local cable company, and that was the best speed I could get. Of course, that was about 10 years ago. Keep a close eye on this, but we are seeing major changes in TV, and I think they're going to continue. All right, Amazon has announced some new Fire TV products, including a new Fire TV mini LED smart TVs, soundbars with this. Now, with this, you're going to see Amazon roll out several new products. I think the big one is a new Omni mini LED series cinema experience mini LED with 1,400 nit of peak brightness and sports Dolby Vision IQ and HDR10 Plus adaptive picture here that they say will offer a stunning picture quality. I think this is their new flagship TV. Now, one of the things that Fire TV smart TVs, the TVs with a Fire TV built in, they've always kind of lagged a little bit behind, at least initially, some of the other brands of televisions. Increasingly, Amazon's been coming out with far superior quality TVs here. I am getting a review unit of this, and we will be doing a full review of it, so we'll keep a close eye on this. We're also going to see a Refresh 4 series. Now, this is a step down. This is a mid-range TV, but they've kind of buffed it up with a slimmer bezel around the edge of the TV, which is very popular, and continue to offer UHD and HDR support at an affordable price point. I suspect once we get our hands on it, we'll see some minor improvements, hopefully in the processing and other performance. And then we're also seeing a new line of Fire TV Soundbar Plus. This offers upgraded home theater audio with Dolby Atmos on it, DST-X and DST True Volume support, and customizable soundbar, optional wireless subwoofer, and wireless surround sound speakers for a truly immersive experience. Let's be honest, TVs are getting smaller, which means the speakers in them are not nearly as large. Poor sound quality is a big part of it. And now increasingly people are turning to exterior speakers to get better sound. We're going to get a review unit of these also. I'll let you know what I think of it. All right, let's keep moving on to our final story. FanDuel Sports Network, formerly Bally Sports, has received court approval for its reorganization plans to get out of bankruptcy. Several teams, including the Rays, Tigers, and others, have agreed to stay with them. I think it was the Cincinnati. What's the Cincinnati team? I just blanked out. They are not. Major League Baseball's absorbing that, but the court has reached a deal that restructured its debt for almost $9 billion to $200 million as part of the plan. That's quite a significant reduction in debt. And Diamond will be able to capitalize with more than $100 million in cash and cash equivalents on its balance sheet to try to keep going. It'll be interesting to see how long-term they change this. How long-term will sports teams continue to stick with RSNs? I know a lot have done it because, let's be honest, it's still more profitable than trying to go through other measures. But for how long can they continue that? It'll be interesting. I think it's great for sports fans. For some of this is great, some of this is bad. We'll see how it all plays out in the end. Now, a few things they are doing. Direct-to-consumer packages will be coming. Where are we seeing that? It's coming to Amazon. You'll be able to subscribe to FanDuel Sports Network and watch your games through Amazon's Prime Video app, through a channel add-on to kind of put all the sports in one spot. We're also seeing they will start offering in December single game packages, but it's like $7 a game. Now, the interesting thing about that is, for example, if let's say there's a huge major baseball game, basketball game, NHL hockey game, and you really want to just watch that one game. You don't want to subscribe for $20, but there's just this one game that maybe decides the division or whatever it may be, and you want to, maybe it's whoever wins this game gets a wild card spot, for example. So if you just want that game, $7 you can pay, get that one game that's coming. It'll be interesting to see how popular that is. But after over a year of being in bankruptcy, finally they're coming out of bankruptcy, have reached deals. We'll see how long this actually plays out. They've come repeatedly this close to completely going under and have repeatedly found ways to pull it off. So we'll keep a close eye on it. But until next time, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to be back here this weekend with some special videos and a whole lot more coming real soon. Until then, take care, be safe. Have a fantastic day, everybody.